Now taking the field for your Itawamba Indians. Right field, number 27, Bryce Capobianco. Center field, number 2, Terrace Meeks. Left field, number 9, Ty Robertson. First base, number 18, Blaine Ware. Second base, number 35, Drew Capobianco. Shortstop, number 34, Matthew Martinalich. Third base, number 16, Wilbur Dung. Catcher, number 3, Riley Davis. Pitcher, number 31, Will Armistead. And DH, number 29, Blake Berry. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'll please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Good afternoon and welcome to Fulton, Mississippi on the campus of Itawamba Community College. Jeremy Kennedy, Dr. Brad Boggs with you. A doubleheader as the ICC Indians take on the Rend Lake Warriors here at Roy Crescent Field. A gorgeous afternoon here in Northeast Mississippi. We've got a couple of baseball games, Brad. ICC will start first with the home team. Team that's beset by some injuries this year, but coming off a pretty good week against Calhoun, and maybe that's the catalyst to get these guys going again.
Series losses here at home. Went on the road, picked up a big victory there, a sweep there, like you say, Calhoun. So hopefully that momentum, as you say, Jim, is going to carry over, bring them in here on a beautiful day out here at on the Fulton campus of ICC. And of course, just encourage folks to come out and join us and see the action today.
Weather should be great for both of our games. This will be the first of a doubleheader. Both are 7 innings. And, of course, this is the Davis Ford pregame show. Looking for your next new or used vehicle? Stop by 904 West Main Street right here in Fulton and experience the Davis Ford difference. And, of course, Brad and I coming to you from the broadcast booth presented by the ICC Alumni Association. Visit iccms.edu/alumni to find out how you can help support Itawamba Community College by joining the ICC Alumni Association. Rend Lake coming in, Brad, 2-13. They're just going to try to get something going. It's a team struggling to get going offensively, and they're going to try to get off to a good start early.
Yeah, I believe they will. And, again, the Indians, hopefully are going to get out of that struggle bus, as I call it, here at home, get back on the winning ways here at home and get a sweep today. But you're right, Rend Lake's going to come in and give it everything they've got.
It's a team that hits .252 on the year. And a look at their starting lineup, it'll be Kyle Heatherton, the right fielder, who will lead things off. He'll be followed by Arlen Butts, the third baseman, and then batting third is Seth Williams, the shortstop. On the mound for the Indians this afternoon is Will Armistead. We'll go over the Indians' defensive alignment in just a moment as the first pitch is in there for a swing and a miss. And the opening first pitch brought to you by First American National Bank. It's a proud sponsor of the local communities and ICC, with locations serving you from Iuka to Tupelo. Just follow the flag to the First American National Bank location near you. A look at the Indians defensively. Left field, it's Ty Robertson. Center field, Terrace Meeks. In right field, Bryce Capobianco. At third base, Will Verdung. Shortstop is Matthew Martinalich. Second baseman for the Indians this afternoon is Drew Capobianco. First base is Blaine Ware. Behind the dish is Riley Davis, and Armistead on the mound today for the Indians. Fastball just misses on the outside corner. That was a good-looking pitch that he spotted pretty well. Numbers this year on Armistead, making his third appearance. He is 1-1 on the year with a 4.7 ERA. He's 7 2/3 innings pitched, 12 hits, 7 runs, 4 earned, 5 walks, 13 strikeouts. He's averaging 15 strikeouts per 9 innings and is signed to play baseball with Southern Miss next season. So the Golden Eagles getting a good one. Armistead hoping for a good outing this afternoon. The 2-2, strike 3 on the outside corner, and Heatherton is turned away looking for the first out of the contest.
Yeah, good job pitching there, coming in, battling Will Armistead, as we said, of course, a signee that's going down to Southern, but excellent start right there by the Indians, getting that leadoff batter out, striking them out.
Strikeouts brought to you by Renaissance Bank. Visit rewardsextra.com to learn more about Renaissance Bank's Rewards Extra checking account that offers things like roadside assistance, cell phone insurance, over 400,000 discounts, along with Renaissance great rates and so much more. Renaissance Bank, proud sponsor of ICC and the strikeouts for the Indian pitchers on the year. This will be the third baseman Arlen Butts, as that pitch is high for ball 2. Look at the numbers for Rend Lake offensively. I mentioned hitting .252 as a club, a .350 on base percentage, .404 slugging percentage. As Armistead try to fix some of the webbing, I think, in his glove.
Yeah, just tying things back up, comes loose over time there. So, yeah, just kind of trying to fix that up before, so if he has a hot shot, it comes back at him.
Butts hitting .300 on the year, no home runs, 8 runs batted in. He has a .382 on base percentage, a .400 slugging percentage. Armistead to the plate, and this one is ripped left field for a base hit. So the first base runner of the game, and Butts is aboard, with a 1-out single.
Yeah, great job of hitting right there by Butts, and did a great job. Of course, he had the line shot over to left field now. So Armistead is now going to work from the stretch, as we say, and so getting his first action from the stretch today.
Seth Williams is leading hitter on this team, .362 average, 3 home runs. He's second on the team in that category, 8 RBIs, which places him in a tie for second with Butts, who's already at first. And there's a nice breaking ball with some downward movement to get Williams to swing and miss over. .455 on base percentage, .638 slugging percentage. It's a team that doesn't run very much, only 41 stolen base attempts on the year. As Williams chops this one left side into the Rend Lake dugout, so he is quickly behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Butts 2 for 2 in stolen bases on the year. Kyle Hetherington, the leadoff hitter, has the most stolen bases with 6 for the Warriors. 0-2 pitch coming from Armistead, and that one is fouled right back to us here. Good job just to get a piece of that by Williams to stay alive as Armistead came after him on an 0-2 pitch with a fastball outside.
Yeah, great pitch right there by Armistead, too. Got him to chase something that was kind of high and outside out of the zone, hoping he would chase it. He did, but he was able to get a piece of it.
The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Butts will head down to second base. He'll get there easily. And Williams, I think, maybe thought he got a piece of it. I'm not sure what the conversation is with the home plate umpire. Definitely strike 3, and definitely an out recorded by Armistead. And that will put Butts at second base. That will bring up the cleanup hitter, the catcher number 32, Hunter Thomas. But another strikeout for Armistead. And our strikeouts brought to you by Renaissance Bank. Visit rewardsextra.com to learn more about Renaissance Bank's Rewards Extra checking account that offers things like roadside assistance, cell phone insurance, over 400,000 discounts, along with Renaissance great rates and so much more. Renaissance Bank bringing you the strikeouts for ICC. Wind picking up here. It's a gorgeous afternoon. Weather in the mid-70s. We expect it to climb close to 80. The high this afternoon, but we're getting some wind out there and could certainly wreak havoc for outfielders, particularly right now in that right center gap, which is where the wind is going at the moment. Hunter Thomas will step in with an RBI opportunity, hitting .422. I beg your pardon, I said Williams is the leading hitter. It's actually Hunter Thomas 422 on the year, 4 home runs, team leader in that category, 13 runs batted in, team leader in that category as well. He has a 509 on base percentage, 844 slugging percentage. But he does swing and miss a lot, 12 strikeouts, just 7 walks. So see if Armistead can get him to swing and miss. Behind in the count, though, is Armistead, 2 balls and 1 strike. Grounder left side, glove there, throw across the infield, and that not a good throw. It gets all the way down the right field line. Butts is going to hit the bag at third. He's going to score. They're going to try to get the runner at third base. That's not in time, and it's a 3-base error and an early lead for Rend Lake here in the first.
Yeah, critical error right there. Of course, again, he snow coned the ball down there at third, so it almost kind of got under him, but he was able to snow cone it in his glove and just didn't come up and make a good throw at all to Ware over there at first. Ware was not able to get over in time to at least even block it. So now you've got a runner at third, 2 outs, and already a run on the board from Rend Lake, where we probably could have gotten out of that with no damage, Jeremy.
Yeah, Verdun, you're right, did made the easy part look hard and the hard part look easy, quite frankly, unfortunately for the Indians. And we'll see if Armistead can minimize the damage, as there's a swing and a miss, kind of a 3/4 swing by Julius Searcy. 244 average, no homers, 3 runs batted in, 327 on base percentage, 333 slugging. Searcy is the left fielder for the Warriors, and he'll chase upstairs and come away empty. And Armistead, again, no balls and 2 strikes. He's worked that fastball a lot early in counts. Now he's got to try to finish the hitter and keep the damage only at 1. Looking to strike out the side here in the first inning. The 0-2, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Fastball outside corner. Renaissance Bank. Visit rewardsextra.com to learn more about Renaissance Bank's Rewards Extra checking account that offers things like roadside assistance, cell phone insurance, over 400,000 discounts, along with Renaissance great rates, and so much more. We move to the bottom of the first inning. Rend Lake leads at 1-0. This is ICC Baseball on the ICC Sports Network.
Age-related macular degeneration is the leading cause of severe vision loss in adults over the age of 50. Symptoms are gradual loss to see objects clearly. Objects appear distorted in shape. Darker empty areas appear in the center of your vision. In a comprehensive eye exam, your optometrist will perform a variety of tests to determine if you have macular degeneration. For questions or concerns, call Cagle Eye Center in Fulton at 862-EYES, providing professional comprehensive eye care to the people of Itawamba County and the surrounding areas. Cagle Eye Center.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
Welcome back to Fulton. Jeremy Kennedy, Brad Boggs with you. Bottom of the first we go. Rend Lake leads at 1-0 on an error that allowed a runner to score. ICC coming to bat for the first time this afternoon. To give you a look at the ICC lineup, and of course, lineup brought to you by the Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics and a proud sponsor of Itawamba Community College. ICC and Coke. Now that's a winning combination. Your ICC batting order looks like this. Leading off at center field is Terrace Meeks. Batting second is the third baseman Will Verdung, as Meeks will chop this one right back to the mound. And the easy play is made over there at first base to retire Meeks 1-3. Batting third is the catcher Riley Davis. Batting cleanup is the first baseman Blaine Ware. Batting fifth, the shortstop Matthew Martinulich. Batting sixth is the right fielder Bryce Capobianco. Batting seventh is the second baseman Drew Capobianco. Batting eighth, the DH Blake Berry. And batting ninth, the left fielder Ty Roberson. Indians this year offensively, Brad, hitting .350 with a .486 on base percentage, .486 slugging percentage. So it's a team obviously with a really high batting average. Just got to get going with some more run production.
Yeah, they do. They got to get the timely hits too, and leaving runners on base, things like that. that's what they can't do. They've got to get those timely hits. You know, yeah, they're able to slug it out there a little bit, but the timely hits, there's chop foul. But so as you mentioned, though, they definitely have the batting average here. And, of course, this is going to be a challenge right here for them, Jeremy, because you've got a different throwing motion here from Tyler Butler out of Rend Lake. He's kind of a sidearm three-quarter type style.
Will Verdung steps in, and this one is popped foul behind us, and he's behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, we'll give you the numbers on Butler in a second, but you're right. You're so used to seeing this over the top, either right-handed or left-handed. But this is a little bit different. Got a high leg kick also in addition to the different arm angle. And this time he comes sort of over the top, and Verdung able to at least stay alive and chop it foul. The numbers on Verdung: .515 batting average, 1 home run, 8 runs batted in, .619 on base percentage, .848 slugging percentage. A lot of guys in this lineup with some hefty batting averages. We got to get going, and there's a good start as the base hit back up the middle for Verdung produces a runner for the Indians here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, Verdung helping his cause there. He had that error in the first inning that produced the run, so helping his cause here, getting on base, 1 out. Now the Indians have a runner on, and he was able to take that sidearm pitch that Butler dropped down on there and take it back up the middle. So great job there by Verdung.
Indians are 9th in the country in batting average at .350 and 4th with a .486 on base percentage. So it certainly hasn't been that they can't hit, but to Brad's point, got to get that timely hit. And here's a guy that's certainly been able to do that, Riley Davis, the catcher, 6th in the state with a .484 batting average as that pitch comes inside from Butler for ball 1. He leads the team with 15 runs batted in as well as with 3 home runs, and he leads the state in runs batted in with 15 as well. So a big power hitting right-handed catcher, 3rd in the lineup, and Butler able to clip the outside corner for strike 1. The numbers on Butler this year, making his 3rd appearance, he is 0-2 is actually his 2nd start on the year. He's got a 7.36 ERA, and this one is shot down the right field line, and that is a foul ball. And Davis just missed a stand-up double and potentially an RBI double by inches as he went with that pitch and lined it down the right field line, but just foul. Finish those numbers on Butler: 7 1/3 innings pitched on the year, 12 hits, 13 runs, 6 earned, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts. He's given up 1 home run. He's averaging 9 strikeouts per 9 innings. So a good test for Butler with this ICC lineup. And that pitch comes inside and hits Davis. And so after getting ahead 1-2, Butler just sailed that off-speed pitch, and now the Indians have runners at 1st and 2nd. For the cleanup hitter, the first baseman, Blaine Ware.
Yeah, and that's what's going to happen sometimes when you've got that throwing motion, that sidearm where you get dropped down. It could run in right there a little bit, or it starts on the inside part of the plate and it just doesn't break back in. And so that's what happened to Riley Davis. So now runners at 1st and 2nd, 1 out.
Ware takes the first pitch low for ball 1. .441 average on the year, 1 home run, 14 runs batted in, 2nd on the team behind Davis in that category. .486 on base percentage, .676 slugging percentage. So pretty much 2nd on the team in most of those categories behind Davis, ahead of him at first base. And this is kind of the meat of it lineup. And boy, Davis was just asleep down there at first base. A snap throw by Thomas, and Davis was tagged out at first base, and that's out number 2. And boy, that's not going to make Coach Collier happy at all.
No, it's not going to make Coach Collier happy probably at Riley Davis or Coach Ernest. So you've got a first base coach down there that's got to stay alive and stay awake too. So again, the player needs to stay awake, but so does your first base coach. Pop throw by Rend Lake, good play there by them.
This one is lined down the right field line, foul, and boy, it just kind of kills your inning there. Now instead of 1st and 2nd, 1 out with your cleanup hitter, you got still a man in scoring position, but 2 outs, and Butler a chance to wiggle out of this jam. But to your point, yeah, just obviously just not paying attention, just not being focused, and that's certainly what coaches really frustrated by, particularly early in games. The Indians trying to get back on the winning ways and get going offensively, and that's certainly not going to help the cause. But Ware has a chance to make up for it if he can get a key 2-out hit here in the bottom of the inning. This one lined and right into the glove of Butler. A good snag by him, and that will
Broken bat.
retire the side. And, well, you're right. The aluminum ends up – you don't see that very often with an aluminum bat, but that ends up breaking in half. So a weird start to this one here on a Saturday afternoon. We played one in Fulton, 1-0 Warriors on top. We're back after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
We move to the top of the second inning, 1-0 your score, Rend Lake on top. Sam Ferris and the rest of the crew at Sam's Town Market proudly serves some of the best meat and produce around, along with a wide variety of specialty items. Stop by and visit Sam's Town Market, located right in the heart of Manatachee. Will Armistead hoping to get some run support in that bottom of the first. Didn't quite work out. A base running mistake by the Indians pretty much killed the inning. So now Armistead back out, trying to put up a 0, and a good pitch to start the inning, a breaking ball on the outside corner for strike one. This is Tate Van Hooser, the first baseman for Rend Lake. Breaking pitch, three-quarter swing, and he went around, so Armistead quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Van Hooser hitting .222 on the year, 1 home run, 4 runs batted in. 300 on base percentage, .407 slugging percentage. Big, tall, right-handed hitting first baseman. And he looks at that one in the dirt that gets to the backstop. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. As Armistead mentioned early in counts in that first inning, Brad, trying to use that fastball. Now, at least with this at bat with Van Hooser, beginning to pitch perhaps a little backwards, just trying to keep these hitters off balance.
Yeah, got to get ahead in the count. That's what he's doing, and so you don't have to battle back. Good place pitch right there. Try to get him to chase something a little out of the zone. But again, doing an excellent job. So got to keep this up the rest of the day, and I feel like things are going to go in his favor.
So Van Hooser works it to 2-2, and now that one in the dirt, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So good job by Van Hooser to lay off some borderline pitches and then not chase there on the 2-2. Now Armistead got to come with something here. Certainly don't want to lose Van Hooser to lead off the inning. Full count, grounder left side, going to be tough. Up with it, throw across the infield in time. Well done over there at the shortstop spot by Martin Ulich, and that will retire Van Hooser. 1 away here in the second.
Yeah, we have been, of course, I was kind of surprised at with the error in the first inning by Verdung. We've been pretty solid over there on that left side of the infield all year, defensively with Martin Ulich and Verdung, and so things have been great over there. And so great play right there by Martin Ulich to start the inning off to get the first out.
So that will bring up Carson Nicodemo, the DH. Another 3-quarter swing as Armistead's gotten some awkward swings. Obviously, this kind of gives you an idea that maybe some of these guys for Rend Lake aren't seeing it particularly well. Nicodemo with a 171 batting average. He does lay off the high fastball on 0-2. No homers, 4 runs batted in, 293 on base percentage, 229 slugging percentage. Good pitch, but a better take by Nicodemo. That had some really nice movement on it. But Nicodemo just able to lay off of it and now run the count even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Armistead working extremely quickly. Right back to it, and a fastball misses low and inside for ball 3. So second time he's been ahead 0-2, now going to full count. nothing else, Rend Lake beginning to maybe run his pitch count up a bit.
Yeah, and that's what you don't want to see. You want to see your pitchers working. If they're getting ahead in the count, you want to see them get them out or somehow work that way out. Now he's put him on base. You got to walk there. So that pitch count's going to rise. That's what Rend Lake would like to see happen. That's quality at bats. That gets your starter out of the lineup where the Indians may have to go to the bullpen quicker.
It will bring up Nick Wimber, the center fielder, sophomore from Henderson, Kentucky. Wimber hitting 150 on the year, 1 home run, 4 runs batted in, and he sends a high fly ball into right center. Meeks has got it tracked. He's under it and makes the catch for out number 2. And to your point about pitch count, that's what you want right there. The 1 pitch, 1 out, and now Armistead's got a chance to get out of the inning without giving up anything.
Yeah, definitely. That's what you want to see. We're getting close to division play, so you know you're wanting to fine-tune all of this stuff, all of these things now to where your pitchers are able to go deeper into the ball game. Your starting pitchers.
Jack Taylor, the second baseman, will step in. He takes a first pitch for a strike on the outside corner. Taylor on the year, .333 batting average, no home runs, no runs batted in. .538 on base percentage, .444 slugging percentage, and he is quickly behind 0-2 as Armistead's pumped in the zone all afternoon. The only issue has been being efficient with 2 strikes as a breaking ball sails wide for ball 1.
Yeah, had a good slider pitch before this last one. Was a great little slider in there that broke in there and couldn't get him to swing at that, but anyway, it was a strike. But then well outside the strike zone there on 0-2, so that gives it a 1-2 count.
Fastball, this one grounded right side. Capobianco couldn't corral it, and that's going to go as an E4. Second error committed by the Indians in as many innings, and Rend Lake will continue at the plate with 2 on and 2 out.
Yeah, that's, you know, when you, again, Indians should have been out of the inning at this point. So it happened with 2 outs in the first inning. Now it's happened again with an error with 2 outs in the second inning. Indians should be out. They should be going up to bat. But again, here we go. We got to see if Armistead can battle and get us out of this.
Kyle Heatherton, the leadoff hitter, will step to the plate. RBI opportunity for him. 0 for 1 with a strikeout looking to start the game. As Armistead struck out the side in the first around an error over there at third base by Verdung that plated the only run of the contest to this point. Fastball misses outside, 2 balls and no strikes, and now Armistead with those pitch count getting up a little bit, perhaps laboring some, as the lineup is now going to turn over, and he'll get to see this 1 through 9 order second time through.
Well, when you're on the mound, you want your guys to work behind you and your defense, and that's what they're supposed to do. You tell your pitchers, throw strikes so your defense can work behind you. That's why you got the defense out there. Well, now you got a 3-0 count. I don't know, you know, it could get in the head of Armistead. And like, hey, man, I'm battling out here, and these guys are pulling in errors or making errors. And that's 4 straight balls right there. So going to put another runner on. Now you got the bases loaded, Jeremy, with 2 outs. Indians in trouble again. Yeah,
now Armistead's got to find a way to work around this. We'll see if perhaps Coach Collier may take a trip out there just to settle down Armistead or let him figure it out. I know he's got a lot of confidence in him, certainly very talented. And now he's going to face Arlen Butts, who singled off of him back in the first inning and then scored on that error by Verdung at third as he goes up there hacking at the first pitch and fouls it off into that Rend Lake dugout. That's exactly what Armistead wants. Get ahead early in the count.
Yeah, threw that breaking pitch early in the count, too, and so he wasn't able to get a hold of it, throwing it again, too. So now you got an 0-2 count again. Here we go. Let's see if Armistead can come back and get the K here.
So this is the part of the lineup early in the game where Armistead was just pumping in fastballs, and so to Brad's point, going backwards a bit here with a couple of breaking balls. Ahead 0-2. Let's see if he goes with it again. He does. This one is popped up left side in no man's territory, and a nice over-the-shoulder catch out there at shortstop by Martin Ulich. Boy, what a great play. Not easy at all, and that saved 1, maybe 2 runs. Rend Lake loads the bases, but Armistead gets out of it. We move to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Warriors. This is the ICC Sports Network.
One Hot and Ready Classic. We actually changed it with...
What? You've changed, Little Caesars. You've changed! They've changed, Balloon Bro. You've changed, Karate Man. How can you dance during a time like this? You've changed. Ah! Tell me why.
It tastes even better because we added 33% more pepperoni.
Give me one of those.
Walk in and walk out with the new Hot and Ready Classic with 33% more pepperoni.
Pizza, pizza.
Cagle Eye Center has been providing professional and comprehensive care to the people of Itawamba County and surrounding areas. They're located at 402 Access Road in Fulton. Give them a call, 662-862-EYES. That's 662-862-EYES. Bottom of the second, Indians at the plate. Had a promising inning last time in the bottom of the first. Had a couple on with one out. Couldn't scratch across against a guy in Ty Butler that's just trying to get this Indians lineup out. He's ahead quickly, 0-2. As ICC will have 5, 6, and 7. And a guy that just made a great play defensively, Martin Ulich at shortstop, will lead things off and takes that pitch downstairs for ball one. Martin Ulich, 290 batting average on the year, no homers, 8 runs batted in, 436 on base percentage, 387 slugging percentage. 1-2, and this one chopped left side. Butts will glove it, and he'll make a strong throw across the infield in time for out number one. And a good start for Butler here in the second.
Yeah, it was a great pitch sequence that he had there on Martin Ulich. That pitch, that last one that he chopped there was basically on the outside part of the plate. That was all he could do with it. And so, again, one out, that gets the leadoff batter out of the inning out for Rend Lake.
Bryce Capobianco will step in, the right fielder, and this one is chopped up the middle, and a nice play to glove it, but a throw that is sailed, and fortunately for the Warriors, hits the fence, and so Capobianco is on base. I don't know how they'll score that. I would imagine that should be a hit. I'm not sure, even with a really good throw, that Seth Williams is going to be able to throw out Capobianco, so I'm going to give him a hit. I'm going to go as the official scorer myself. Brad, you okay with that? Give him a hit?
Hey, I'll take it. Anything we can do to produce these Indians, I think that's good. It was a tough play. When you hit one up the middle like that and your shortstop's coming that way, you got to turn around and square to throw the ball. So it's a tough play, Jeremy. So, again, I'm with you. Give him a hit on this. And so now you've got brother Drew up at the plate, Drew Capobianco.
Yeah, 429 batting average, no homers, 5 runs batted in. Trying to move his brother from first base, and that pitch borderline just a little bit low. And now Capobianco ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. Brother Bryce over there with a 667 batting average. And that pitch hit him on the inside corner, so the Indians now with 2 runners on, just like we saw last inning. As we get deeper into the lineup, and we're now going to see the DH number 29, Blake Berry.
Yeah, great eye there. Drew came in with the good eye, ran the count 2-0, and then with that, again, that arm motion that we're seeing from Butler, he dropped down, came too far to the inside on the left-handed swing, and Capobianco there and tagged him. So that's his second hit batter on the day, if I'm not mistaken. And so now the Indians again sitting here with a good opportunity.
Berry hitting .077 on the year. He's only had 13 at-bats in the 10 games the Indians have played. Does have 1 run batted in. Trying to get a big hit here in the bottom of the second. Good take there as that pitch in the dirt. And so now Butler beginning to look a little bit like Armstead, trying to avoid laboring out there, but at this point,
he's behind in the count. You got runners at first and second, similar to where the Indians were in the first inning now, folks. So there again, so let's hope that we do better this time. But runners at first and second, a runner in scoring position, swinging up there, Barry. Could be double play.
And that's exactly what it's going to be. Great play there by Seth Williams to glove it, step on the bag, and a nice play over there at first base by Van Hooser to scoop that. So the Indians again squander 2 base runners in an inning. After 2, it's 1-0 Warriors. We're back after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Want to make a good living? Come learn a skill at Max Home. Upholstery trainees start at $15.50 an hour. Our upholsterers average $23 an hour and can make above $28 an hour on production. We're also offering a $500 sign-on bonus to experienced upholsterers. Max Home is hiring for all positions and is willing to train quality people. Max Home makes all their custom-built products in the USA. Join the best, train with the best, be the best. Max Home, Bolton, Mississippi, and Max Home, Sulligent, Alabama.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
A gorgeous but windy afternoon here in Fulton. Jeremy Kennedy, Brad Boggs with you as the Warriors of Red Lake lead the Indians of ICC 1-0 as we move to the top half of the 3rd inning. I want to remind you, Max Home is hiring for all positions and is willing to train quality people. Join the best, train with the best, be the best. It's Max Home. Now hiring for all positions and willing to train quality people. Join the best, train with the best, be the best. Will Armstead trying to be the best here this afternoon on the mound. He's going to work through this lineup second time through now. And first pitch of the inning is fouled back behind us. No balls and 1 strike. It'll be Seth Williams, Hunter Thomas, and Julius Searcy. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Warriors. Man, there's a fastball right down the middle for a called strike, and well, I'm not sure what Seth Williams would be talking to the umpire about. That was about as down the middle as it gets. Armistead ahead 0-2, and this one grounded right back to it. He'll glove it, and he'll just run and step on the back himself for an out to start the 3rd inning.
That's one way to prevent an error right there is just go ahead and take it yourself.
That's true. So Williams is retired, 1 unassisted on a ground ball. This will bring up Hunter Thomas, the catcher. 0 for 1, reached on an error back in the 1st, and it was the ground ball hit to Verdung that led to the poor throw that scored Butts, who got a single in the top of the 1st. And that one chopped at the plate. Well, you can see the real late movement on that. Good breaking ball by Armistead. So we tried to mix some of these pitches up. Started fastball heavy there in the 1st inning, but has resorted a little bit more to the off-speed stuff and mixing in his pitches.
Yeah, he is, and right now, again, he's coming out here in the 3rd inning, top of 3rd. He's getting ahead of the batters right now. Again, he's got 1 strike, excuse me, folks, and, of course, now he got a 1 ball, 1 strike. But he got ahead of Williams a while ago, too, in his count. So good job by Armistead to keep battling and to keep staying ahead of the count. That's what you want to do.
Well, this is the guy you want to be careful with, though, and you certainly want to have no one on base when he's at the plate. Hunter Thomas, the catcher, .422 batting average, leads the team with 4 home runs, 13 runs batted in. Pretty much leads the team in every category. On-base percentage, slugging percentage, all of that. He's actually the team leader in walks as well, although he has struck out 12 times on the season as that pitch skips to the net. And now it's 3 balls and 1 strike.
Well, I guess I jinxed him a while ago by saying what I said, staying ahead of the count, but he has been doing that. Now he got a 3-1 count, got to battle back, if you will, here.
See if Armistead tries to challenge or is a little bit careful. No, he goes with a fastball in the outside corner, and that catches the strike zone. So that will run the count full now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Feels like a big at bat here for Armistead. He can really get himself in a bind if he puts Thomas on base. 3-2, and that does miss on the outside corner. So another free pass issued by Armistead, and Thomas is on base with a full count walk.
Yeah, not what you dialed up there, Jeremy, but there again, Of course, let's hope we, with Searcy coming up here, we can get the double play ball. Of course, he is a left-handed batter, hitting against the right-handed Armistead. And I don't know if Thomas has got any speed over there or not, but be kind of interesting. Well, no, they got a pinch runner in, did they?
Yeah, they've got a courtesy runner over there at first base. Thomas had 3 stolen base attempts on the year, thrown out twice. And so Searcy will step in. Searcy 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 244 average, no homers, 3 runs batted in. There goes the runner. Pitches a strike. Throw down to second base is well in time. What a nice throw down there by Riley Davis, the catcher. We talk about his bat, and for good reason, but showing you the arm there that makes him such a special battery mate for Armistead.
Yeah, and it's surprising. I don't know. They were very confident. I don't know if they knew his Armistead's motion, and they were able to read it, and they thought that he would get that good of a jump, and they had that speed in there. But you bring a pinch runner in like that, and you challenge him right there's another strike by Armistead, so you're up 0-2 in the count. But he was well out. I mean, there was no chance that he was even safe there on that pitch.
Nigel Ashley was the pinch runner that was gunned down by Davis, and this one is lined in the left center field. That one's going to one-hop the wall. Boy, how big is that now? As the throw comes back in, it's a stand-up double for Julius Searcy. It is his 3rd double of the year, and Rend Lake with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, you said it, Jeremy. That Riley Davis throwing the pinch runner out at second now is huge, because that potentially could have scored a run. Now, had he got the stolen base there, folks, then you're looking at speed on base. You got a double there, potentially could have scored a run, and the Indians would have been down 2-0.
Tate Van Hooser will step in now, right-handed hitting first baseman. 0 for 1 with a ground out, but he's got an RBI chance. And Armistead has been solid at times, but he's gotten ahead of a lot of hitters. Unfortunately, just has not been able to close out a lot. Going to pitch with some traffic on the base paths again. Fastball. Oh, Davis, I think he thought that was an easy strike and kind of hitched a little bit when he threw the ball back to Armistead, as he's behind now, 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, they've gotten that outside part of the plate called today some, but that one must have just been a little too far out.
2-0, there's a good breaking ball in there for a strike. That one had some late movement on the outside and just caught the outside corner.
That's kind of been his bread and butter today, and now he'll come back with some good heat in there, but that breaking ball really has thrown the Warriors off.
Swing and a miss. There it was again. Yeah, he's thrown it for strikes a lot, but then he's got more of a wipeout slider that he can use that you saw right there to get hitters to chase. And so now back in the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes, looking for his 4th K of the afternoon. Armistead delivers, and Van Hooser holds up. That ball in the dirt, that's going to get Searcy over to third base. So wild pitch will now put a runner 90 feet away, and Rend Lake looking to take a 2-0 lead. He will run the count full. Right now, at least, Indians playing the middle infield back. Ware is a couple of steps back behind the bag over at first. Verdung, same thing at third, so they are conceding the run. There's a swing and a miss and a strikeout, and Armistead is going to end up getting out of this inning with his 4th strikeout of the afternoon. And always want to remind you that these strikeouts brought to you by Renaissance Bank. Visit rewardsextra.com to learn more about Renaissance Bank's Rewards Extra checking account that offers things like roadside assistance, cell phone insurance, over 400,000 discounts along with Renaissance great rates, and so much more. To the bottom of the 3rd we go. 1-0 Warriors on top. This is the ICC Sports Network.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, roll Trav!
To the third is lined to left field. That's going to be off the glove of Cersei. Robertson's going to hit the bag at first. He's going to head into second base with a lead-off double. And the Indians trying to grab momentum here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, he got out there, double off the air on the left fielder out there because he sure did hit him in the glove. And, but a positive thing for the Indians, you got a runner at second now with no outs here to lead the inning off, and Terrace Meeks, your true leadoff hitter, up. And so you got speed and speed. You got speed at second, you got speed at the plate.
The double by Robertson. I want to remind you, all doubles brought to you by Davis Ford. Looking for your next new or used vehicle? Stop by 904 West Main Street right here in Fulton and experience the Davis Ford difference. This will roll the top of the order now. We're going to see Jairus Meeks to the plate.
Yeah, it's odd that the Indians haven't been through the lineup yet. You're looking at the Warriors, who have already been through their lineup and batted down to basically the sixth batter in their lineup, and the Indians are just now getting back to going through it again.
And so we'll see. Terrace has been such a good defensive center fielder this year, and obviously does such a good job at the plate, hitting .294. He's got a .419 on base percentage, and for a leadoff hitter, that's what matters the most. It's just getting on base, and he's certainly done a good job of that up to this point, and that's what they need him to do right here. Also, at least just try to advance a runner over to third base. Butler to the plate, and this one chopped right back up the middle. Williams will glove it, throw across the infield in time for out number one, but that's exactly what Meeks needed to do, which was advance the runner. So Robertson now standing at third base with only one out, and this will bring up the third baseman, number 16, Will Verdong.
Yeah, that's what the Indians need. Again, if anything, you advance the runner up, and that's what they were able to do. So Robertson now is over at third, only one out. Got a little flare on the right side to the second baseman. He did a good job there. He looked over at Robertson to make sure he wasn't breaking, and he was able to get the out. So now the Indians quickly two down now, and the runner at third not in the best position of where they were.
Oh, Jack Taylor, you're right, did a good job there. Indians a little unlucky. Thought maybe it was just going to be a routine ground ball, but the ball stayed in the air long enough, and Robertson had to hold up. And now Riley Davis will be called upon for that key two-out hit to try and get the Indians on the board. But Taylor did a great job to be able to glove that, keep his composure, and record an out. As the breaking ball misses inside, 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's a tough pitch, but the Indians now are seeing it for the second time around. So again, seeing that arm motion and all of that for the second time around, that's kind of over the top right there, too low. Another breaking pitch down there, too low, but Riley now is ahead in the count 2-1.
Yeah, we'll see if Butler, if he falls behind, if they give in or just kind of put Davis on. The 2-1, that one misses way outside. 3 balls and 1 strike, and I think at this point, if you're Rend Lake, not that Lane Ware is any easier necessarily, but you make a mistake on a 3-1 pitch because you're trying to give in. This could be 2-1 in a hurry.
Yeah, they may not keep it anywhere close.
3-1, and that one is chopped. This is going to be a tough play. Williams charges, gloves, throws across in time for out number 3. And the Indians, again, with a runner in scoring position, come up empty. Through 3, it's 1-0 Rend Lake. We're back after this on the ICC Sports Network.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, Many people, millions of orders. This is how we saw Nick.
Why didn't you answer your phone?
You're not gonna believe what just... You bought a Coca-Cola with 0 sugar?
Yeah. Why?
Come on, it has 0 sugar.
Yep. And it's delicious.
I don't believe it.
Just try something new. You'll love it.
This does taste great.
Through 3 here in Fulton, it's 1-0 Rend Lake on top. Bill Armistead back out for his 4th inning of work, trying to keep the game where it is and hope his offense comes around in later innings. Jeff Rod and all the fine folks at the Bank of Okolona is proud to help bring tonight's action your way here on the ICC Sports Network. Located at 227 West Main Street, visit bankofokolona.com for more information. Well, the Indians had a leadoff double by Ty Robertson. He was advanced to third base on a ground out by Will Verdong, and then all of a sudden, Riley Davis just couldn't get anything on a chopper left side. Terrace Meeks, I beg your pardon, got the ground out to advance him, and then Verdong hit a ground ball to second base that was popped up into the air, so didn't allow Robertson just to go on contact, and then Riley Davis grounded out to Seth Williams at short, and that is where we are right now at the moment. Armistead behind, despite not having an earned run given up this afternoon. And he will face 7, 8, and 9, Carson Nicodemo, to start things off here in the 4th. As that pitch just misses on the inside corner. 2 balls and no strikes. Nicodemo walked his first time to the plate, only hitting 171 on the year. There's a breaking ball on the outside corner for strike 1. Armstead showing a little bit of growth there. 2-0 doesn't give in with a fastball. Goes breaking ball for a strike. Trying to keep these hitters off balance as best he can. Another breaking ball. That one in there for a strike as well, so that evens the count.
Yeah, and that's what we go back to last inning when you had of course, the guy take second base. The guy go from second to third. Right now, that's a ball right there. But when you know your pitcher on the mound is bread and butter is going to be the breaking ball, Jeremy, the runners are going to be a little more aggressive on the base paths when they're able to pick that up.
Full count pitch, and that one low as well. So a leadoff walk after Armistead had gotten the breaking ball over a couple of times to even the count. And so Armistead unusually high with the number of walks this afternoon. That's a leadoff walk, and now Nick Wimber, the center fielder, will step in. I keep talking about these batting averages. This is a team that hits .252 on the year, and unfortunately they're just not being forced to put the ball in play at this point as Armistead misses with a breaking ball low and away for ball 1.
Now, and I tell you, they're going up there swinging the bats too. They are aggressive on at the plate. There's another swing. That's a foul ball. So you're looking at a 1-1 count here with Armistead. But they are very aggressive. They're going up there. They may only have like you say, a .252 average, batting average, but they sure do swing the bats.
We got 2 hits on the afternoon off of Armistead. Second time Nicodemo has walked over there at first base as that pitch misses outside.
But, you know, you've got to, when you should know that. I know Coach Collier knows that you're coming in here facing a team that's got a .252 average. You don't hit your calls if you're not throwing strikes.
Yeah, that's the issue right now for Armistead. Not getting hit around, that's for sure. This one is lined into right field, and that's going to be squeezed there by Capobianco. He didn't have to move very much at all. And so 1 away here in the 4th, and now that will bring up Jack Taylor, the second baseman.
Yeah, that was just kind of an inside-out swing, kind of on the inside part of the plate, drove it to right field. But like you say, Capobianco didn't have to hardly move any for that. So easy out right there by the Indians. Needed that out too, runner on first still and checking him up.
Man, that's going to hit the runner over there at first base. Fortunately for the Indians, Nicodemo is not going to be able to advance. And I don't know if part of that was just maybe they don't think his fast enough, or quite frankly, that was a heater over there. And yeah, Nicodemo's going to have to walk this off a little bit. Got hit, I think, in the lower back. And that may sting just a little bit. Keep him at least from moving to second base. So Taylor 0 for 1, reached on an error. And as he takes that first pitch low for ball 1. Outfield pretty straight away for the Indians. Wind continues to pick up. There's a nice breaking ball in there for a called strike. Getting to really get that over more and more as the game goes on. Armistead, though, his pitch count moving up. There's a swing and a miss. Talked about the 2 breaking balls he has, one that he gets over for a strike and one that he tries to get hitters to chase, and that was the chase breaking ball, and it got Taylor there. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the Rend Lake second baseman. There's another swing and a miss, and Armistead with another strikeout on the afternoon. Strikeouts brought to you by Renaissance Bank. Visit rewardsextra.com to learn more about Renaissance Bank's Rewards Extra checking account that offers things like roadside assistance, cell phone insurance, over 400,000 discounts, along with Renaissance great rates and so much more. 5th K of the afternoon for Armistead. And now a pitch away from getting out of this inning after giving up a leadoff walk.
Yeah, it just makes Riley Davis's day a little busier back there in the plate, especially when you have breaking pitches. Not only do you have to worry about runners on base, there's strike 1 there, so you got a 1-1 count, but you also have to worry about blocking up the plate with those breaking pitches and keeping the ball in front of you so runners do not advance. So, again, the breaking pitch is working for Armistead right now. We'll see how it goes, continues to go throughout the day.
Misses with that breaking pitch to Kyle Hetherington. So this is the top of the order for the 3rd time here in 4 innings. Armistead trying to limit the damage after the leadoff walk to Nicodemo. Fastball, couldn't get it on the inside corner. You may have seen the motion by the home plate umpire, used his right hand to indicate that was inside. So now Armistead behind 3 balls and 1 strikes.
Yeah, I think Coach Collier was kind of asking Riley, where was that?
And that one certainly inside, almost hit Hetherington. So a 5-pitch walk, and now that will put another runner in scoring position for Rend Lake. And this will now bring up Arlen Butts, the 3rd baseman. 300 hitter on the season. Has one of the 2 hits off of Armistead, a single back in the 1st. He scored the game's only run on an error. And he taps this one foul up the first baseline. Again, Armistead using that breaking ball to try to get ahead early and at least got Butch to chase.
Yeah, again, ahead in the count. You've got 2 outs. If they decide, I don't know what kind of speed the gentleman is at second. I really don't think he's got a lot of speed, obviously, because as we saw, he got hit over here on first, and he didn't try to take second. So swing and a miss right there. You're ahead in the count 0-2, and that was a fastball there. So, I don't really see him trying to take third here.
No, unless there's a wild pitch or pass ball, I think that's the only way he advances to third base. But Armistead a strike away from getting out of this. Ahead 0-2 to the plate. This one dribbled right side. Ware's going to glove it. He's going to flip to Armistead, who steps on the bag in time for out number 3. Well executed by the Indians there. Good job by Armistead to wiggle out of another jam. To the bottom of the 4th we go. Indians need a run here. Now 1-0 on the ICC Sports Network.
First American offers online and mobile banking features to make your banking experience easy and safe. Activate or deactivate your debit card as needed, attach images to your transactions, apply travel notices to your account, and make person-to-person payments. You can even set up text alerts to guard against unauthorized spending or just to monitor your account balance. The best part, that you can bank anytime, anywhere. At First American National Bank, get that hometown feel the high-tech touch.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I can go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
Bottom of the fourth, 1-0 Rend Lake on top. Windy afternoon here at Roy Crescent Field. Indians looking to scratch across a run. The ICC Wesley Foundation meets Tuesday nights right across the street from us here in the Davis Events Center and Roy Crescent Field. Follow them on Instagram at ICC Wesley. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 for the Indians, and Blaine Ware will lead things to start as he takes the first pitch from Ty Butler, low and away for ball one. Ware 0 for 1, hitting .441 on the year, second on the team with 14 runs batted in. The Indians have had their chances, 3 innings. The Indians have gotten a runner to second base at least, but just have not been able to get that big hit. Kind of the point we were talking about earlier. Batting average looks good. Obviously, a lot of the numbers look really good, but they just can't seem to get the timely hit. As that pitch sails inside and hits Ware, so the Indians with a lead-off runner in the form of their big power right-handed first baseman.
That's the third hit batter from Tyler Butler, if I'm not mistaken. So
that's right, Capobianco, Riley Davis, and now Blaine Ware.
You know, got to control it, but there again, it helps the Indians. You know, it's not anything that has was anything that's hurt us any. So again, good thing, got the leadoff runner on.
This one grounded back up the middle and through for a base hit into center field. Ware will stop at second base as Martin Olich with the hit. And now the Indians have something brewing. First and second, nobody down for the right fielder, Bryce Capobianco.
Yeah, Martin Olich sitting on that first pitch right there, drove it right back up the middle there, ground ball, got to the outfield obviously, so no outs. Runners at first and second. Now there again, you don't have just tremendous speed at second with Blaine Ware, so you'd have to. It's going to be iffy, you know, anything in the outfield, down in the outfield, whether or not they score him or not.
Fourth hit of the afternoon off of Butler, and now Capobianco will step in, takes the first pitch on the outside corner for strike one. That one a borderline pitch, and Butler got the call. Bryce hitting .667 on the year. No homers, 1 RBI. Looking to get up number 2 at least right here. That pitch in the dirt, and a good job by Thomas to block that one. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Indians have allowed Butler to wiggle off some jams earlier in this game, but they've got to start to get some runs across now. Getting a little bit late now. This is a 7-inning affair, as game 2 will be following it. So they don't have few more at bats. This one, though, lined into left field for a base hit. Ware's going to stop at third base as the throw comes in quickly. It's the second hit of the inning, the 5th of the afternoon, and ICC has the bases loaded with nobody out.
Yeah, and going back to my point again, just not quite enough speed over there from Blaine Ware to go ahead and send him. It was a great hit there, so it loads the bases. Brother Drew is up. Brother Drew is up at this point now with bases loaded. Let's see what we can do with the Indians here. No outs.
Capobianco, .429 average. He was hit by a pitch his first time to the plate, and he takes that pitch low for ball one. This is a Butler, outing that's really not been the norm. He's got a really high ERA, 7.36 coming in, but he's done a good job at least locating, and certainly he's gotten some help from the Indians. This one grounded right side. Taylor bobbles it, will glove it, throw to first in time to retire Bianco, but Ware will score from third as the other 2 runners advance, and the Indians are on the board. We're tied at 1.
Yeah, that got the run in, which is good. So second baseman bobbled it, able to pick it up. Wasn't able to turn 2 on it, obviously, but there again was able to get Drew Capobianco out. Still have runners at second and third, though, Indians do, with only 1 out.
And this one grounded left side and backhanded there, and a nice throw over by Seth Williams, but that will get the run home in the form of Martin Olich. So an RBI ground out by Barry, his second RBI of the year, and the Indians now lead it 2-1.
Yeah, another same situation that we had with Drew. Barry did the same thing, able to get that run in, able to produce that run. Now you've got Robertson up here who hit that nice line drive out to left field as an error the last time up. Take strike one. So if he can place that in the gap somewhere, you're definitely going to score and get the third run of the inning.
So the leadoff HBP comes back to haunt Butler, as the Indians have taken advantage of that. 2 runs already in, another one out there, and Robertson with a ground ball. Taylor will stay down on it and will throw to first in time for out number 3, but not before the Indians get 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Through 4, it's ICC 2, Rend Lake 1. We're back after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Bringing home the Batman calzone from Little Caesars might make you feel like Batman. But could you really be the Batman?
A little help here!
Never mind. But at least the new Batman calzone with a calzone crust will make you feel like you're a superhero. The Batman, in theaters March 4th.
Pizza, pizza. Ankle sprains are one of the most common sports injuries, with an estimated 25,000 occurring every day in the United States. Sprains can happen with any sport, including just walking across the yard. Ankle sprains are most common in ball sports such as basketball, soccer, volleyball, and others. As with any injury, your body quickly sends blood to start healing the process, which leads to the swelling. Rest, ice, compression, elevation, known as RICE, is a good way to treat an ankle sprain. This decreases the swelling, lessens your pain, and allows your body to heal the injury. Studies have shown that the sooner you return to activity, the better and typically the faster you will recover. Depending on the amount of injury to the ligaments, it may be days, weeks, or even months to return to high-intensity sports. Sometimes recovery may be slow, but if it gets better day by day or week by week, you are on the right path. If the ankle seems to stop improving and you just can't get back to your activities, then it's time to come see us at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Remember, our story is you.
The Indians, with a couple of runs at the bottom of the 4th inning, now take a 2-1 lead as we get into the later innings of game number 1 of our doubleheader. And the first pitch of the 5th is a high fly ball in the deep center field. Meeks doesn't have a chance. This one is gone. A solo shot to dead center from Seth Williams, the shortstop, his 4th home run of the year, ties in for the team lead, and we're tied at 2 in game number 1.
Yeah, sitting on that first pitch, Williams was, and drove it out of over center field, probably, as I call it, on that second tier right there of the wall, the big monster wall that we have. So still do have a little wind blowing out that way, but he did tag it. So that does bring up, that ties the game, Jeremy, now at 2-2. With your cleanup batter for the Warriors up in Hunter Thomas.
And Thomas with a 3/4 swing, fooled by the breaking ball there. First home run of the year allowed by Armistead. And so just after the Indians had grabbed the 2-1 lead, Red Lake comes back. This was a slow chopper left side. Verdun gloves, throws across in time. Nicely done over there at third base by Verdun. And a good response there by Armistead to get a dangerous bat to roll over. 1 away here in the 5th. And that will bring up the left fielder, Julius Searcy.
Yeah, I'd like to take this time, too, to folks, if anybody out there listening, of course, softball, ICC softball added today. Gordon State College, kind of a make-up date scenario. Won the first game 7-2. And we do have a game 2 coming up on that as you take strike 1. And so got some good action going on over here at ICC, Jeremy. You can either hit baseball or softball or both.
Yeah, good day, obviously, on campus. Good weather, a little windy out here, but feels great. And a wave-type swing by Sears there. He's down to the count quickly, 0-2. 1 for 2 in the afternoon. Struck out in his first time to the plate, but doubled his last appearance. Now 3 doubles on the year for the Rend Lake left fielder. And an excuse-me swing that's chopped left side. Martin Olich up with it, and a strong throw across in time for out number 2 to get the speedy Sears. And Armistead with a couple of ground outs after giving up the leadoff homer.
Yeah, great job there by Martin Olich. Like you said, it was just kind of a check swing out to shortstop. He had to come up, make the play. As you said, good strong arm over there, and especially with Sears being on the left-hand side of the plate, had to jump on it. So good job, ball one there with a breaking pitch, but good job to get out number 2 in the inning.
Tate Van Hooser, the first baseman, to the plate. 0 for 1, grounded out earlier, and then was hit by a pitch, and there's a swing and a miss. A good job there by Armistead. 5 strikeouts on the afternoon. Armistead came in with a team-leading 13 strikeouts. So adding to his total, hasn't maybe been what he would tell you would be his most crisp start of the season, but he's done a good job limiting so far. Only 1 earned run. That was the home run hit earlier in the inning. Had to battle through some walks, some HBPs, but done a good job up to this point. Now trying to just keep the zeros so his offense can get going as that pitch misses up and away. 3 balls and a strike.
And Coach Kyle, you're planning to keep him going right now. There's no action that I can see in the bullpen. Not that there should be, but again, as I've mentioned, you've got to get that pitch count. You've got to start planning to throw ahead and throw a little later in games as we're getting closer to division play. That's ball 4 right there. You may have heard some of the fans behind us that didn't agree with it, but a walk there to Van Hooser.
Yeah, Carson Nicodemo, who has walked in both of his plate appearances, will step in. So Armistead, again, just not as sharp as we are normally used to seeing him out there on the hill. And that one's going to get away from Davis, and that's going to allow Van Hooser to get into scoring position on the wild pitch. And so Armistead just continues to make things a little more difficult for him, again, than we're used to seeing from him, the Southern Miss signee.
And it goes back to what I'm talking about with the breaking ball. If that's what is your hot number, that's what your pitch is, your go-to is, they know it. It's going to have it's a tough day for Riley. So, again, he was able to keep it just out to the side. That was ball 2 there. Looks like Riley's going to go out there and have a conversation with Armistead. But that enabled Van Hooser to advance to second. So you got a runner in scoring position. Got to be careful here, Jeremy, because 2 outs here in the inning, top of the 5th.
Yeah, and you know, obviously Van Hooser going to be running on contact, so anything to the outfield will probably score him from second base, although not the fastest guy on the team by any stretch. But for those 2 outs, as you mentioned late in the game, he's going to be going on contact. So Davis, I think maybe just trying to calm Armistead down. I thought he should have gotten the 1-0 pitch over for a strike. Umpire says no. That breaking ball misses low. 3 balls and no strikes. And I continue to look to my left, and to your point, no one throwing in that ICC bullpen right now. So this is Armistead's game. A 3-0 pitch, and that one in there for a strike on the outside corner. Well, you knew Nicodemo was going to be taking all the way 3-0. See if he gets the green light here on 3-1. And if Armistead gives in or he goes back with that breaking pitch. Fastball, that one misses downstairs. So another walk here in the inning. Nicodemo has walked 3 times this afternoon. And that's going to get Dylan Ernest out to talk to him. And obviously, Brad, this is where you mentioned you kind of just try to calm him down, and looking to see nobody down there yet throwing. I thought maybe with Ernest coming out, they may use that to get somebody loose out there, but they've not done so yet.
No, they haven't. Somebody might get a little action. Yeah, they're got somebody headed down now, it looks like. So, again, you really want to fine-tune a lot of these things and get ready for division play. You're hoping you can see Armistead go a little deeper into a game right now. He's your starting pitcher. I know the Indians are trying to give him that opportunity. But Rend Lake showing a lot of patience at the plate right now. They know, I know they know this. Their coach had to have talked about them. That right now his bread and butter is the breaking ball. You got to sit there. You got to be careful. You got to watch. You got to be patient at the plate. And they're drawing those walks right now. You got 2 outs, runners at first and second.
Nick Wimber, the center fielder, to the plate. Hitless on the afternoon, can break a 2-2 tie with a base hit. Attacks the first pitch and pops this one right behind the Rend Lake dugout. and into the parking lot. A little surprised. A couple of times we've seen Armistead with 4-pitch walks or a 5-pitch walk, and then immediately Rend Lake will come out and attack the first pitch.
Yeah, they've been so good at being patient today, which has gotten them those base on balls, which were those free passes. I'm like you, kind of surprised swinging on first pitch.
Breaking ball, that one in there for a called strike. Boy, Armistead with a beautiful pitch there. And now he's ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Trying to get out of this jam. Already 1 run in off the solo home run by Williams. Trying to limit the damage. Armistead delivers the 0-2. This one is blooped down the right field line. That one's going to fall in for a base hit. Van Hooser is going to hit the bag at third. He's going to score, and then the throw goes to third base. It's an RBI single for Nick Wimber, and Rend Lake leads it 3-2.
Yeah, just stuck the bat out there, did a great job on their end of hitting, putting the bat out there on the ball on that breaking pitch, sending it over, the first baseman's head basically out there. Left fielder Capobianco wasn't able to make a play on it. Enough to get the runner in. Now you've got a first and third situation here with 2 outs. Indians will incorporate their first and third defense. Riley will probably, looks like he's going to go out and talk. Trying to give, Coach Ernest is going down to the bullpen to see how they're doing down there. Probably speed up the warm-up process. Rend Lake will have a first and third offense opportunity if they put anything in motion with 2 outs. It'd be kind of risky here with 2 outs, but they're ahead 3-2. Let's see how aggressive they're going to play today.
So Williams tied it with a solo home run to lead off the inning, and then Armistead responded with a couple of ground outs. You thought, okay, well, maybe he's going to get out of this inning, with no further damage, but a couple of walks and just a wild pitch, and next thing you know, now there's a bloop single down the right field line, and you've got 1 run in. Now runners at the corners, and this will bring up Jack Taylor, second baseman, as Armistead certainly got to limit the damage here. Again, this is a 7-inning game, as is our second one. So the Indians down to their final 9 outs. There is the throw down to second base. They're going to come back with it, and
wow.
Indians execute that beautifully. Nice job there, as Nicodemo was gunned down at the plate. Indians executed, and the Indians are out of the inning. But Rend Lake, with a couple of runs, takes a 3-2 lead as we move to the home half of the 5th. We're back after this. You're watching ICC Baseball on the ICC Sports Network.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
This is you, right? Like, you're like, bacon, bacon, bacon.
Well, this is you.
I love bacon. Sonic, bacon on bacon, quarter-pound double cheeseburger. Okay, you got me.
I need a double stuffed Oreo blast, guys.
You got it.
Gonna need a double stuffed Oreo waffle cone, too.
Coming right up. Order up. Sonic double stuffed Oreo waffle cone and blast.
Bottom of the 5th we go. It'll be the top of the order for the Indians. Terrace Meeks to lead things off after Rend Lake scores 2 in the top half to retake the lead at 3-2. And now Ty Butler will get to pitch with a lead in a late inning affair as he fires a first pitch strike in there to Meeks. And that pitch hit him on the foot. So Meeks, a speedy center fielder, is going to be on first to lead things off. And that's a good start for ICC. I want to remind you, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works is proud to sponsor ICC Athletics, and they're a proud sponsor of Itawamba Community College. ICC and Coke, now that's a winning combination. And combination of Terrace Meeks and Will Verdung hoping to get things started here for the Indians. Verdung third in the state with a .515 batting average, and he leads the team with 6 doubles and 1 triple. And I can assure you, a double or a triple, and Meeks will easily score from first base if that is the situation. Indians with 5 hits on the afternoon. Butler with a 7+ ERA, but the Indians have just kind of struggled to get anything going offensively.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, of course, you've got that throwing motion from Butler here, and again, his 4th hit batter today, so he's put 4 on just from hitting batters. Indians hadn't been able to capitalize on a lot of that. No outs, but there's an over the top right there that was high. But Indians weren't able to capitalize. But when you have that throwing motion, sometimes it's going to your release point on that when you're kind of going sidearm is going to be on the inside part of the plate. And he has hit 4 batters today, so not good on his end.
See if Meeks takes off at all. Not going. Here's a fastball on the outside corner for a called strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. On the year, Meeks just 1 for 1. The Indians have only attempted 11 stolen bases on the season.
Yeah, and Butler doesn't really have – I haven't seen one of these big, slow drop curveball breaking pitches. His is more of a fast slider type, that's going to be in there, which is not as good of a pitch to run on as one of those big, slow drop curveballs. I mean, not saying that Meeks couldn't do it, but when you have that big curveball pitcher, or if you can expect the changeup, which I haven't seen a lot of changeups here from Butler today, but again, it's just kind of anticipating that pitch.
Meeks not going, and this one has popped up on the infield. Williams calling for it, and he's going to come all the way across the bag and make the catch in second base territory for out number 1. That's a big out recorded there as Verdun, one of the hotter bats in the ICC lineup. So 1 down here in the 5th, and that will bring up Riley Davis, the do-everything catcher for the Indians. ICC needs a big hit from him. Is this maybe the last time in this game that the Indians get the top of the order to the plate? And a breaking ball stays high for ball 1. Davis hit by a pitch and grounded out.
Yeah, even with that breaking ball right there over the top, it's still coming in there with a little more heat than, and see, he's going to work that one inside, but it's coming in there with a little more heat than your normal just curve ball that's going to have that slow drop motion. Or a changeup. So again, or a true changeup from that matter. So again, the Indians aren't able to capitalize on that. You do have 1 out. We'd love to see we'll get Terrence Meeks to second here.
This one grounded left side, could be 2 to second for 1 to first base. Not in time as Davis will beat it out. A hot shot ground ball fielded beautifully by Williams at short, and a nice turn with Taylor at second base, but Davis with plus speed for a catcher able to at least keep the inning alive. But again, Indians just can't seem to get anything going. Got a leadoff runner, but now down to their last out of the inning. This will be the cleanup hitter, Blaine Ware.
Yeah, hit that one solid, just right at short. It was, again, one that you would think a double play. There's Ware swinging on the first pitch, a little flare out there, drop.
Yeah, that will get over the glove of Jack Taylor at second base. So Ware with the 6th hit of the afternoon for ICC off of Butler, his first hit. And the Indians have first and second with 2 down for Matthew Martinalich, who has one of those hits on the afternoon. 290 average coming in, 1 for 2 on the afternoon. And this one grounded right side. Nice play by Taylor. Up with it. Throws to first in time. A web gem from Jack Taylor out there at second base. And the Indians continue to squander chances to plate runs. Through 5, it's 3-2 Rend Lake. We're back after this on the ICC Sports Network.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
Welcome back as we move to the top of the 6th inning. Rend Lake leads it 3-2 over the ICC Indians. The Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi is the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Stop by 499 Gloucester Creek Village. Or give them a call at 662-205-5282 to learn more. That's 662-205-5282, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. So Rend Lake trying to get a huge win. They came in today 2-13 on the season. Indians are 5-5. They've been hit by the injury bug this year. Riley Davis has been injured. Connor Gardner missing games as well as Bryce Capobianco. But coming off a sweep of Calhoun on Tuesday where they overcame 4 errors and 4 unearned runs and 11 strikeouts to pick up a 6-4 game 1 win before they one-rolled the Warhawks 13-1. So you're kind of hoping that that would be a catalyst and a springboard into this weekend. But unfortunately, that has not been the case, at least so far today. Behind, and the Indians will have 6 outs with which to work to at least get 1 run in, but that's going to be contingent upon whether or not the Indians can keep Rend Lake where they are at those 3 runs. Leading things off for Rend Lake here in the top of the 6th inning will be the second baseman, Jack Taylor, who made that spectacular play to end the inning that saved a run and kept the Warriors on top. Taylor was at the plate to end last inning when the Warriors tried to steal second and force the Indians to throw down so that they could get a run home from third, but ICC did a good job to play that and got the out at the plate. There's a swing and a miss as Taylor unable to catch up to that. We got a new pitcher in the contest, but we don't have any numbers.
I'm trying to do my investigative work down here, Jeremy, to see if I can get this done. He was not printed on the roster. Let's see. Lee Adams is always going to be the one that knows. It looks like we've got Reed Hale in here. Reed Hale is in to pitch for the Indians. And I couldn't tell you, I don't have his information in front of me again, but Lee is out there doing a great job. But Reed is doing a great job too because he came in and got the K. So first out of the inning right there for the Indians. Great job by Reed Hale to get the first K and the first out. So again, Indians starting off good here. And now you have, is this Hetherington up now?
Yeah, right lineup's going to turn over now. Strikeouts brought to you by Renaissance Bank. Visit rewardsextra.com to learn more about Renaissance Bank's Rewards Extra checking account that offers things like roadside assistance, cell phone insurance, over 400,000 discounts, along with Renaissance great rates, and so much more. So Hale able to get a strikeout to start the inning. And now that will bring up Kyle Hetherington, leadoff hitter for Rend Lake, hitting .220 on the year, sends a high fly ball to deep center field, and that one is gone. Over the monster, 390. Hetherington with his second home run of the year, 6th RBI, and Rend Lake takes a 4-2 lead here in the 6th.
Yeah, that's two. The 2 home runs. You know, Jeremy, you got a .252 batting average from Rend Lake today. 11 home runs as a team. Of course, they did come in with more home runs than the Indians as a team. I don't. Is that right? According to the numbers here on the stat sheets we got, yes. But saying that, they have hit 2 home runs to the deepest part of the field over the monster today.
That will bring up the third baseman, Arlen Butts. So the numbers on Hale entering this appearance: made 1 appearance on the year, no record, 2 1/3 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts. So not a lot of innings, not a lot of work up to this point, but what he had done had been pretty solid, but unfortunately just made a mistake there, and Hetherington made him pay. And you mentioned it, 2 home runs that were towering. The wind is certainly helping. If you get the ball pretty deep out there in the outfield, the wind is going to carry it over the fence, and Rend Lake has been able to do that a couple of times. And there's another one.
Yep.
That's a deep fly ball to left center. That one is gone. Butts with a bomb to left center at back-to-back jacks for the Warriors, and now it's 5-2 as Arlen Butts hits his first home run of the year, 9th RBI on the 2022 campaign.
And Coach Connor's going to come out. Now, you mentioned it, Jeremy, and that's what we got to look. And again, people, I'm not taking anything away from Rend Lake, okay? So please don't think that anybody listening, because they hit the ball very well. But when you get the ball that high up in there, anywhere from center over to left right now, you've got a lot of wind that's going to give you some help today.
Yeah, that one certainly was hit hard, but I think on a normal day here, it might have actually stayed in, even though that one was hit pretty hard. So Hale got a strikeout, but a couple of home runs given up. And now we've got a call to the bullpen. Call to the bullpen brought to you by Tommy Morgan real estate agent Ricky Murphy. Reminding ICC fans, when you're ready to make the call to buy or sell your home, give Tommy Morgan real estate agent Ricky Murphy a call at 662-321-9824. We'll step aside, tell you about the new pitcher after this on the ICC Sports Network.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
Here, you can be your best. The best train here. Learn here. Succeed here. Perform here. Win here. Thrive here. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Welcome back as we move to the top of the 6th inning. Reed Hale came in, strikeout, couple of home runs given up though. Now Caleb Goddard will come in, try to keep the Rend Lake Warriors where they are. 5-2 is your score. Numbers on Goddard: this is his 4th appearance, no record. He does have 1 save. He's pitched 4 2/3 inning on the year, giving up 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, no walks, 6 strikeouts. He has a 3.86 ERA. Averaging 11.5 strikeouts per 9 inning, and they're going to need, they mean the Indians obviously are going to need him to be good the rest of the way. This is only a 7-inning contest, as is game number 2. So the Indians are going to have to, first of all, keep the Warriors where they are at 5 and then break out the bats. They've had chances all afternoon. They just haven't been able to get the key hit for most of the day. But now this is about being good on the mound, as Will Armistead is on the hook for the loss if the Indians can't bail him out offensively.
Yeah, and as I say, they are aggressive at the plate. Came out swinging first pitch on Goddard. Seth Williams did. And let's not forget, Seth Williams' last at bat, towering shot over in the center field. So home run for Seth Williams at his last at bat. So got to be careful here. If you're Indians, you're already down 5-2 with 2 at bats left in this game.
There's a pitch that misses on the outside corner, 3 balls and a strike. And so back-to-back home runs by Rend Lake to start the inning by the leadoff hitter, Kyle Hetherington. And then that was followed by one from Arlen Butts, the third baseman. And Williams will draw the walk. And so the Indians trying to get an out here to start here in this inning after a strikeout to lead off the top of the 6th inning from Jack Taylor.
Yeah, you got your meat of the lineup here for Rend Lake for the Warriors. and we've now put the number 3 batter on, Seth Williams. So base on ball, got the cleanup batter up here for Rend Lake. They got an opportunity to do some more damage.
Breaking ball, good job there by Davis to keep it in front. Thomas 0 for 2, reached on an error, drew a walk, and then grounded out to Verdong over at third base. In fact, his error involved Verdong back in the top of the first inning that allowed the run to cross. There's a fastball on the outside corner for a called strike that will even it at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, Indians got a battle right here. I know you're looking at a 5-2 situation. You're down 5-2, 3 runs here. Got a battle. We don't want to go down even more.
Fastball stays high, 2-1. Good job by Thomas to lay off. And you also got to try to keep the ball from being out into the air. Force Rend Lake to hit some routine grounders on the infield. Williams, if you're wondering, 3 for 5 on the year in stolen bases. As I said, coming in, Rend Lake only 41 stolen base attempts in their previous 14 games, so obviously not a ton on the year. There's a beautiful breaking pitch. Got Thomas out in front. Thought he was going to see a 2-1 fastball, and he swung right through that curveball. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, great breaking pitch right there by Goddard, and just way out in front.
Breaking ball, got him looking on the inside corner. Same exact pitch. This time Thomas took it. And that's the 7th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the afternoon by ICC pitching. Visit rewardsextra.com to learn more about Renaissance Bank's Rewards Extra checking account that offers things like roadside assistance, cell phone insurance, over 400,000 discounts, along with Renaissance great rates and so much more. First strikeout for Goddard since entering. 2 away here in the 6th. And then there's an excuse me swing, a base hit back up the middle by Julian Searce. And the inning will continue, and for Searce, that is his 2nd hit of the afternoon. Came in hitting .244. He's got a double and a single, and he puts a runner in scoring position to keep the inning alive here in the 6th.
Yeah, and of course you got, like you said, 2 outs. Goddard working from the stretch here now in the top of the 6th inning. 2 outs now. Of course, you got Von Hooser up here, so his last at bat he walked.
Breaking ball misses low and away for ball 1. Tate Van Hooser, 222 average on the year. Again, you go up and down this lineup, and it's a whole lot of 222, 240, 250, but they've done a good job today when opportunities have presented themselves. They've hit 3 home runs this afternoon. They've just done a good job putting some pressure on Indians pitching. There's a strike. The bottom of the strike zone on Van Hooser, 1-1 to the right-handed hitting first baseman. Fastball right there on the outside, 1-2. Good pitch there by Gardner. So a chance right now with 1 more of those to get out of the inning. Warriors have already put 2 on the board here in the 6th. They've got 2 on.
Yes, that was 2 good fastballs right there. I don't know what Van Hooser was waiting on for either one of those.
The 1-2. This one low and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So we'll see. Gardner goes back either that breaking ball that he used to get Thomas, or if he tries to challenge Van Hooser with a fastball on the outside corner. Indians have typically gone away from the righties this afternoon. So if you're Van Hooser, you may want to eliminate the inner third of the plate and focus on just center away. Williams at 2nd, Searcy at 1st. The 2-2 pitch from Gardner. Swing and a miss. He got him to chase the breaking ball. 2nd strikeout for Gardner since entering. 8th strikeout of the afternoon. Brought to you by Renaissance Bank. Visit rewardsextra.com to learn more about Renaissance Bank's Rewards Extra checking account that offers things like roadside assistance, cell phone insurance, over 400,000 discounts, along with Renaissance great rates and so much more. Rend Lake, though, 2 runs on back-to-back homers, extends their lead to 5-2. The Indians need some magic. In the bottom of the 6th, we're back after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Batman can fight crime, but only you can bring home the Batman calzone from Little Caesars with pizza and calzone crust. So you tell us, who's the real hero? Walk in and walk out with the Batman calzone and see the Batman in theaters March 4th.
Pizza, pizza.
You hear it bacon? That sizzle?
Dude, what other food does that? Applauds itself
There's no
on the
other
way
food
out.
that claps for itself. Sonic bacon on bacon, quarter-pound double cheeseburger. I've never thought about this before.
Want to make a good living? Come learn a skill at Max Home. Upholstery trainees start at $15.50 an hour. Our upholsterers average $23 an hour and can make above $28 an hour on production. We're also offering a $500 sign-on bonus to experienced upholsterers. Max Home is hiring for all positions and is willing to train quality people. Max Home makes all their custom-built products in the USA. Join the best, train with the best, be the best. Max Home, Bolton, Mississippi, and Max Home, Sulligent, Alabama.
Bottom of the 6th here in Fulton. Bryce Capobianco will lead things off. First pitch is a base hit into center field. Bianco with his 3rd hit of the afternoon. And the Indians with a leadoff runner. That's a good start. As ICC needs at least 3 to tie, 4 to take the lead. Again, this is a 7-inning affair, as will game 2, the one following us. And now he's got his brother to the plate, Bryce Capobianco, or begging pardon, Drew Capobianco, who has a RBI ground out his last time up, is 6 RBIs on the year. Sam Ferris and the rest of the crew at Samtown Market proudly serve some of the best meat and produce around, along with a variety of specialty items. Stop by and visit Sam's Town Market, located right in the heart of Manatee. As that one is fouled left side. 1 ball and 1 strike. Drew hitting .429 coming into today. Was hit by a pitch earlier. And got to give some credit to Butler. 7+ ERA, and he's done a solid job through 5 innings. There's a fastball. Just misses, I guess, on the outside corner. Good looking pitch. Didn't get the call. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, like you said, give some credit to Butler coming in on that with the ERA as high as he had and battling a team today with a .350 team batting average coming into the game. So that one way outside. So we got a 3-1 count, looks like, here on Drew Capobianco. But Bryce came up just swinging at the first pitch, sent a little flare out there to center field and got a single. So Indians need these base runners right now tremendously bad, Jeremy.
Fastball, that one stays high, and that will be a walk. And now the Indians again with 2 on, nobody out. ICC's had multiple opportunities this afternoon. They just haven't been able to put the string of hits together. And we're going to have a pinch hitter here. It's going to be number 23, Eli Hancock. So he'll be hitting in place of Blake Berry, the designated hitter. And so Hancock hitting .222 on the year, no homers, 1 run batted in. Just his 10th at bat, I beg your pardon, of the year.
Yeah, the Indians got to find a way to manufacture 3 runs in between now and the bottom of the 7th, and that's just to get the game tied and extend it. They'd love to obviously manufacture more than that.
First pitch, low for ball 1.
So this will be Hancock's first look at Butler. Like you say, Butler's thought, I mean, he's had a great day today. You know, give him the credit, and he's still in the game here in the bottom of the 6th.
And another jam here. This time, Hancock able to lay off of it again. 2 balls and no strikes, and you just kind of feel like, boy, the Indians are 1 key hit away from maybe stringing a bunch together. It's a team that came in hitting .350 on the season. Butler's got a 7+ ERA, but ICC's just not been able to put that big crooked number up there. As the pitch in there for a call strike, 2-1. Indians got their 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Had the bases loaded, nobody out, plated 2. Fastball outside, 3-1. Now a pitch outside the zone away from again having the bases loaded with nobody out as we get deeper into this lineup.
Yeah, got to be that perfect pitch right now if you're Eli, and it definitely was, and it was way outside the zone. I would expect if Rend Lake doesn't have anything going, I can't tell in their bullpen, there's a lot of motion going down that way. I would expect that they're probably getting it going.
Yeah, they're going to start to get some action down there. They've had a little bit of stirring, if you will, but not much, any real action. But they're going to certainly have to get some things going now as Ty Robertson to the plate. Bases loaded, nobody out, and Robertson with a double already in this game. Grounded out to second base his last time up. And lineup's going to turn over after this. He's the number 9 hitter in that batting order. So now the Indians, this is the chance to get things going and put a crooked number on the board. First pitch misses outside for ball 1.
Yeah, right now you can tell Butler is missing, obviously, and struggling a little bit to find that zone. So, if you're Robertson, you got to have that perfect pitch before you swing.
Pitch inside corner for strike 1, and a snap throw down to third base.
And Coach Collier's talking about it to his players. Of course, their guys are kind of lazily going back to the bag. We saw a snap throw down to first that got a player out early in the game. Well, here we got a pass, but
Got an HBP that hits Robertson, who's going to get an RBI as Capobianco's going to score. It's now 5-3. Bases remain loaded, nobody out, and now the Indians will have the top of the order to the plate.
And kind of going back to where we were on that, their catcher, Hunter Thomas, does not have any hesitation to snap throw, come up and snap that ball down to first or third when he sees that our guys are kind of, just kind of getting a little lazy and just kind of thinking they can walk back. So Coach Collier making that team well aware on that with ball 1 here with Terrace Meeks up.
Meeks to the plate, was hit by a pitch his last time up, came in hitting .294. 0 for 2. High fly ball into center field, and this one is going to be over the head of the center fielder. That's going to get 1 run in. That's going to get 2 runs in. Robertson is trying to score. He slides in, safe at the plate. It's a bases clearing 3 RBI double, and the Indians take the lead.
Yeah, you got speed right there that got that in. With Meeks taking that pitch off of basically off the center field wall out there, deep enough, and then all that speed we had on base. Robertson there was kind of just the last one to pull in there, and he had plenty of speed. You're going to have a pitching change here from the Warriors, but great job. That's what we've been lacking, Jeremy, all year is that timely hit. Right there it was. Good to see the Indians pull it out there.
Yeah, it was a ball that was hammered into the gap, and a double by Terrace Meeks. All doubles brought to you by Davis Ford. Looking for your next new or used vehicle? Stop by 904 West Main Street right here in Fulton and experience the Davis Ford difference. Call to the bullpen brought to you by Ricky Murphy. Tommy Morgan real estate agent Ricky Murphy reminds ICC fans when you're ready to make the call to buy or sell your home, give Tommy Morgan real estate agent Ricky Murphy a call at 662-321-9824. We'll take a break, tell you about the new pitcher coming up next on the ICC Sports Network.
At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, we have been working continually through the crisis to meet the needs of our community. Our walk-in clinic is a service that we provide to our patients that want to avoid the wait and exposure of the emergency room. At the walk-in clinic, you can do just that. Walk in with no prior appointment or phone call. We provide specialized treatment for physical injuries like broken bones, sprained wrists and ankles, joint and tendon pain, and sports-related injuries. You can get in, out, and on the road to recovery quicker. The walk-in clinic is equipped on-site with x-ray imaging, casting technicians, durable medical equipment, and injection specialists. Our team is supported by the orthopedic surgeons of the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Our staff is specially trained in orthopedic-related injuries. We ensure that you will receive the best care for your orthopedic needs. Remember, at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our story is you.
Bottom of the 6th, ICC with 4 runs already in to take a 6-5 lead. I want to remind you the Cagle Eye Center has been providing professional and comprehensive ever care to the people of Itawamba County and surrounding areas. They're located at 402 Access Road in Fulton. Give them a call at 662-862-EYES. That's 662-862-EYES. The new pitcher for Rend Lake, number 35, Nathan Gorgano, I beg your pardon. Freshman lefty making his 4th appearance on the year. He's 0-1. He's pitched 6 innings on the season, giving up 6 hits, 8 runs, all earned, 4 walks, 12 strikeouts. He's got a 12 ERA. He's given up 1 home run, averages 18 strikeouts per 9 innings. So, Brad, essentially, he's either striking you out or giving up a run based off the numbers that we've seen up to this point.
Yeah, and again, reminding folks, we have a runner in scoring position there. Terrace Meeks had cleared the bases. Got 3 RBIs, and he is at second. So still have a runner in scoring position, no outs. Will Verdung up at the plate, and ball 1, and kind of leaned back over there to the dugout in between pitches and said, guys, let's get up here. We got a 6-5 lead. Get up.
Verdung, the third baseman, 5.15 average on the year. I mentioned 3rd in the state with an average, and he leads the team with both doubles, leads the team in doubles with 6, and has the only triple of the year by the Indians. I thought perhaps Terrace Meeks was going to get one after that deep fly ball to center, but good job by Sears to be able to just at least go back and prevent that from getting well over the head. Or Nick Wimber, I beg your pardon. Searson left. 2 balls and a strike to Verdung, the third baseman.
Yeah, good eye there by Verdung. Of course, being patient at the plate. No reason to get up there. This is your first time seeing this guy.
This one ripped left side, right into the glove of Williams, and he'll chase back Meeks to second base. So good job there by Meeks to be able to get back. That was hammered. So a little bit of bad luck there for Verdung, but it does at least keep a runner in scoring position now for perhaps the best player on the Indian squad, Riley Davis, the catcher. All in the afternoon. Davis 0 for 2, ground out, reached on a fielder's choice, was also hit by a pitch. And that pitch gets away from Thomas. That's going to get Meeks down to third base. And so an insurance run 90 feet away for the Indians in the bottom half of the 6th.
Yeah, now you need to fly ball to outfield, especially with the speed of Meeks there, and you're going to he's 90 feet away. You're going to produce that run and get an insurance run because that's what the Indians really want is another run going into the top of the 7th here to see if they can close it out.
Infield's going to be in for the Warriors. Chopper left side, Williams will glove. Couldn't get the ball out of his glove. Throws to first. He does retire Davis, but frustrated with himself because I think he's got a clean shot to get Meeks at the plate, but just couldn't get it out of his glove. And so an RBI ground out for Riley Davis, and there's your insurance run for the ICC Indians.
Yeah, oddly enough, I say odd. Meeks was running on contact, basically. He took off once the ball was hit. There was no hesitation whatsoever, even to see if the shortstop was how he was going to field it and all that. But put the pressure on him. Strike 1 there to Blaine Ware. But put the pressure on him. He couldn't make the play. He bobbled the throw, but he was able to get the out at first. So nobody on now. 0-1 count to Blaine Ware.
Ware 1 for 2. Hit by a pitch and singled his last 2 times to the plate. Takes that breaking pitch high for ball 1. So the wild pitch ends up adding an extra run. And Gargano, boy, that's where you got to be kicking yourself. Inherited runners is a stat, obviously, everybody tries to keep account of, and it doesn't have that wild pitch. He's maybe out of the inning without giving up anything. 2 balls
definitely.
and 1 strike to the first baseman.
You're right, Jeremy. You're definitely right. And that's a great point there. And now that puts them having to come up with 2 runs in the top of the 7th.
Sweeping pitch, trying to get Ware to roll over on it. But a good job by the first baseman to take that. 3 balls and 1 strike. Indians trying to keep it going, get as many insurance runs as possible. They'll at least carry a 2-run lead into the 7th. As this one is chopped left side, Butts will glove it, throws across, and that one away from the first baseman over there Tate Van Hooser, and that's going to be an E5 as Butts just didn't come up with a good throw.
Yeah, that's what's going to drive your coach at Rend Lake crazy right there and get them a little frustrated because, again, Ware not known for having the top speed on the team. Fielded cleanly, had plenty of time to come up and throw from third base to get the out, made a bad throw.
So the Indians will try to take advantage of this. As Matthew Martinovich now at the plate. 1 for 3 with a single. Made a really nice over-the-shoulder catch earlier in the game when Rend Lake had runners in scoring position to get the Indians out of the inning. As he slices that one to the net, foul right side, 1 ball and 1 strike.
7-5 game here. Indians have come back here in the bottom of the 6th to tack on 5 runs. We're silent basically up until this point. And Blaine Ware at first and Martinovich up at the plate. So 2 outs.
This one fouled right back to us, and that will even things. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Don't think that we're going to see Ware move at all, but obviously we'll get a 3-2 count. I think we will see that. A little surprised they're holding him on as much here at this point, but
me too.
Got to at least keep an eye on him, I guess.
Well, and let's see, if my calculations are correct, they sure don't want to face Bryce Capobianco. He's the hot one right now. He's got 3 hits on the day, and he is next in the lineup.
Well, now we're going to see Ware move because the count has run full. There are 2 outs in the inning. And so Ware's going to be off with the pitch. Rend Lake, at least right now, Van Hooser holding Ware on. Ware, as you would imagine, doesn't have a giant lead. And they're going to throw over.
Well, obviously they know and they expect the runner to run on the 3-2 count with 2 outs, and so just trying to keep him honest over there.
Gargano to the plate, and this one grounded back up the middle, through for a base hit. Ware's going to stop at second base. As Martinovich with his 2nd hit of the afternoon keeps the inning alive for the aforementioned Bryce Capobianco. 3 singles on the afternoon. In fact, the Indians have now batted around here in the inning. He got this inning started with a single to center. And now trying to drive in a run that would give the Indians a 3-run lead as they try to tack on as many insurance runs as possible. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Good pitch there by Gargano.
Yeah, lefty facing lefty here. Gargano was a left-handed pitcher and Capobianco left-handed batter. So first and second, it would take a deep shot probably to send Ware at this point, but got 2 strikes on Capobianco at this point.
Yeah, good sweeping breaking ball that clips the outside corner. Nothing in 2. So Capobianco have to protect the plate, swing at anything close. 0-2, and that one way outside, a waste pitch perhaps for Gargano. You mentioned it, not any speed on the base paths at second. A little certainly better at first base with Martinovich. Hoping that Gargano makes a mistake. 1-2, this one hammered in the right center field gap. There it is. It will 2-hop the wall. Ware's going to score. Martinovich is being waved. The throw is not going to come in. It's a 2 RBI double for Bryce Capobianco. A 4-hit afternoon, and the Indians now lead it 9-5.
Yeah, great. And like as I said, it was going to take one deep in the gap basically to send Ware So not only were we able to send Ware home, but we were able to get the other run in behind it too. So now the Indians really have a big insurance, a couple of good insurance runs on the board. 9-5. They've scored 7 runs here in the bottom of the 6th, and may not be done, Jeremy. We've got Capobianco now, who's had the hot day. He's at second, still in scoring position with brother Drew up at the plate here.
Drew with an RBI ground out in his last time up. And, yeah, a crooked number indeed. We talked about the fact that the Indians just have not been able to take advantage of all the opportunities. Well, they've done so here in the 6th inning. And if you're curious, Bryce Capobianco hitting .667 to start the day. How does 4 for 4 sound? That batting average is going to skyrocket even more than it already has. Just a dream afternoon for him as that pitch gets by Thomas, and Capobianco will jog down to third base.
Yeah, puts another runner now 90 feet away for the Indians if they need another insurance run, which they'll take all they can get going into this top of the 7th, because you know, as we've seen, you've got some active bats over there with Rend Lake. They will swing the bat. They'll put the ball in play.
High for ball 2. And this is kind of where the pitching for Rend Lake has really let them down. We talked about Butler and his high ERA. He did a good job through most of the afternoon just getting out of some jams. Indians helped him from time to time, but he certainly got out of them. Gargano, look at the numbers. We talked about he's either striking you out or giving up some runs, and that one is to the backstop, and Capobianco will race home. That is the 8th run of the inning, and now ICC with a comfortable 10-5 lead here in the bottom half of the inning.
Yeah, of course, last runner cleared the runners that are on base, so now you have bases empty. Still 2 outs. Got a 2-1 count. Gargano has some control issues, as we have seen, and so that has helped the Indians too. So let's see where it goes from here with Capobianco. And he got hit.
Pitch on the inside corner. I think it was ball 4.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, ball 4. So, but regardless, would be on base anyway. So Capobianco down to first. And so Eli Hancock will step in. Second time he is hit in this inning. Indians have more than batted around here. Sent 11 to the plate. And that pitch gets away. Boy, Thomas just laboring back there.
Yeah, and that's a wild pitch, and you do have speed on the bases now with Drew. And Gargano, you know, like I say, he's got some control issues, as we've seen.
Yeah, obviously the numbers tell you he's a high strikeout guy, but today just not been able to locate really anything. And even the out that he recorded was a line drive out to Williams. There's a line drive left field line. That one is a fair ball. That will get Capobianco home. Eli Hancock with a stand-up RBI double. The Indians now lead it 11-5, the 9th run here in the 6th.
Yeah, Indians really come on fire here. The bats have come hot, as well as all those timely hits. Now, of course, now we've got a runner still in second base in scoring position with Ty Robertson up at the plate. But, yeah, the Indians, I'm sure Coach Collier is going to be happy with the production he has seen this inning.
Yeah, Ty Robertson to the plate, batting for the second time here in the inning. And that pitch nearly hit him on the inside corner.
Yeah, Rend Lake has probably seen what they need to see. I'm assuming he's going to make a change.
Yeah, this has got to be it at this point.
He's clearing everybody out. He says he wants to talk to his pitcher and catcher alone.
Yeah, this is a one-way conversation. I think this is not really kind of a, hey, come on, it's okay. This is kind of a, look, you're not throwing strikes at all, and we didn't bring you here to throw a bunch of wild pitches and to give up a bunch of hits. I mean, yeah. And I think that's the frustrating thing is because Rend Lake, they've already had a frustrating season so far. The record is 2-13 coming in. They had a 5-2 lead coming into this inning. You understand Butler's got some limitations, but when you get your bullpen out there, you want to be able to at least throw some strikes and let your defense help you. But you know, Gargano's just not been able to really do that very much.
Yeah, I'm sure that wasn't one of those pleasant conversations that you get from your coach when you're on the mound, especially when you tell the infield to clear out. No need to come up here. I need to talk with him by myself. So still didn't throw a strike there. You got 2-0 count here on Roberson, and you can kind of tell that the Rend Lake side over here is just kind of feeling this down time here. They're not. There's no enthusiasm on that side over there anymore.
No, like you said, when you're up 5-2 and you've got 6 outs left to get to win a game that would be a crucial, important game, and you end up giving up 9 runs in the inning, yeah, that's certainly going to take the wind out of your sails. And you mentioned earlier the Indians weren't really done. Oh, they're probably not done at this point. Gargano does get a pitch over for a called strike to Robertson. Now 3 balls and 1 strike. And we'll see what Coach Collier elects to do. There was some activity in that Indians bullpen earlier in the inning. So we'll see if he likes to make a pitching change as that pitch misses up and in for ball 4.
I mean, if you're Rend Lake right now, if you're that coach over there, you're probably just saying, I mean, throw strikes, throw it down there. If they hit it, they hit it.
Right.
It's 11-5. Get us out of this thing. Throw strikes, because when you're putting them on, you're sure not helping us any.
Right.
Throw it down there and then let them hit it. Let's see if our defense can field it.
Yeah, and the other thing too is, and certainly not suggesting that as a coach you sort of give up, but you've got 3 outs left. You're down by 6 at this point. You've also got game 2 where you want to save some bullpen arms and kind of say, look, that's the game where we can maybe try and get a win here late. You just want Gargano to get, as you said, get that 3rd out, get us to the dugout. Grounded left side, Williams backhands, long throw over. That one gets away from Van Hooser. Hancock's going to score. Robertson's going to stop at 3rd. It's going to be an error on the Rend Lake defense. I don't know if they'll give that one to Williams or Van Hooser, but regardless, that's the 10th run to come across here in this inning. It is 12-5, and we've got Will Verdung stepping in, and
12-5, and started out the inning 5-2 with Rend Lake leading.
Yeah, and you look at that scoreboard, they don't really have an ability to put 10 runs up. It's got a 0 underneath the 6th. Obviously, the score shows it's 12-5, but it doesn't have the ability to put a 10 in the inning, as that throw almost got into center field. And that's the 2nd time that we're going to get a visit, and that's going to mean a pitching change. And, boy, Gargano just came in, just couldn't get really anything over, and when he did, the Indians just hammered it. That time was let down by his defense, but a 10 spot for the Indians here in the 6th. We'll take a break. Tell you about the new pitcher for the Warriors after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, roll Tribe!
Call to the bullpen brought to you by Tommy Morgan Real Estate Agent Ricky Murphy. He reminds ICC fans when you're ready to make the call to buy or sell your home, give Tommy Morgan Real Estate Agent Ricky Murphy a call at 662-321-9824. New pitcher for the Warriors, number 19, Philip Berberich. Freshman making his 4th appearance, 3 1/3 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. He has a 2.7 ERA. And if you're Rend Lake, you just want this to mercifully come to an end. The Indians have played at 10 in the inning, lead at 12-5, and are hoping to add on some more as Verdung takes that pitch in there for a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Robertson at 3rd, Meeks at 1st. And Verdung stepping in, and he hits a high fly ball into left field. This one's got some carry, and this one is gone. A 3-run shot for Will Verdung, and the Indians lead at 15-5. And if we've got a 10-run rule, that is it. Verdung with his second home run of the year, RBIs 9, 10, and 11, and that will be 15-5, and that, I think, is going to be it. There's a lot of looking around, and
I thought it would be it, but
yeah, that's it. That's going to be a walk-off 3-run bomb. The Indians score 13 runs in the 6th inning to win 15-5 and improve to 6-5 on the year, while Rend Lake drops to 2-14. We'll take a break, come back and have our post-game show, wrap this one up for you just after this, as the Indians get a win in a most unusual way. We'll be back after this on the ICC Sports Network.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
Age-related macular degeneration is the leading cause of severe vision loss in adults over the age of 50. Symptoms are gradual loss to see objects clearly. Objects appear distorted in shape. Dark or empty areas appear in the center of your vision. In a comprehensive eye exam, your optometrist will perform a variety of tests to determine if you have macular degeneration. For questions or concerns, call Cagle Eye Center in Fulton at 862-EYES, providing professional comprehensive eye care to the people of Itawamba County and the surrounding areas. Cagle Eye Center.
Welcome back to Roy Crescent Field. Jeremy Kennedy, Dr. Brad Boggs with you, where the ICC Indians use a 13-run, yes, that's right, 13-run bottom of the 6th inning to run rule the Rend Lake Warriors by a final score of 15-5. And that 3-run home run by Will Verdung that ended it, brought to you by the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. The Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi is the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Stop by 499 Gloucester Creek Village or give them a call at 662-205-5282 to learn more. Also want to remind you that Max Home is hiring for all positions and is willing to train quality people. Join the best, train with the best, be the best. That's Max Home. As we now enter our post-game show, brought to you by Renaissance Bank. Visit rewardsextra.com to learn more about Renaissance Bank's Rewards Extra checking account that offers things like roadside assistance, cell phone insurance, over 400,000 discounts, along with Renaissance great rates, and so much more. And our game recap brought to you by the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. The Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi is the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Stop by 499 Gloucester Creek Village or give them a call at 662-205-5282 to learn more. Brad, we've done a lot of games together, you and I have. You've played college baseball. You've seen a lot of baseball. You ever seen a 13-run inning to walk off a team?
I tell you what, that was a heck of a show, and I think that's what the Indians needed, though. We talked about coming into this timely hitting. We mentioned that the Indians weren't getting it early in the game, as we noticed, and go into that bottom of the 6th down 5-2 and put those runs on the board, hopefully producing a lot of life in those Indians' bats, as well as their confidence level that they're going to start having or getting those timely hits. It's not that their team batting average is not where it should be, and that they're not producing hits. It's the timely hits. And so again, I think they feel good about themselves. Feel good about going into game 2. The question now is going to be Jeremy, if you're Rend Lake and you just endured that horrific bottom of the 6th inning, where's your confidence level going into game 2?
Yeah, you're already 2-13 coming in. Now you're 2-14, and then you have a bottom of the 6th inning, as you correctly described, is horrific. It was tough to watch. If you were just kind of didn't really have a rooting interest. Obviously, the Indians, loved it because that was an inning where they not only took the lead but then just extended it and then ended up winning it in a run rule. Stats for all games brought to you by the Sonic of Fulton. Fans, don't forget to download the Sonic app to great specials not offered to the general public. So many great savings, we can't name them all. Melissa Dunn and all the fine folks at Sonic are happy to sponsor ICC Athletics here on the ICC Sports Network. The biggest stat, obviously, from an individual standpoint today, Bryce Capobianco, 4 for 4, 2 RBIs, up to 3 RBIs on the year. He was already hitting .667, had a 4 for 4 day to it, and you get a really, really high batting average in a guy that's hit the ball really well. That, I think, kind of gives you the big stat of the day, is the Indians 13 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning, take this one 15-5.
Yeah, and that gets you the player of the game right there as far as game one, in my opinion, was Bryce Capobianco with producing those 4 hits and getting those 2 RBIs on the day. Unless, folks, you still got time to come out here. We got another 7-inning matchup to go. Could be electrifying like this, and we do have the wind that is still blowing, and who knows, we may see some big runs put on the board this second game, and we may see some strong pitching performances. So ICC softball still going on across the way too.
Yeah, the wind certainly helped get some balls out today that wouldn't have, and they made some that carried a little further than they would have on a normal day as well. But the Indians used 13 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning to win it 15-5 in walk-off fashion against Rend Lake. Before we go, I want to remind you, Sam Ferris and the rest of the crew at Sam's Town Market proudly serve some of the best meat and produce around the Northeast Mississippi area, along with a wide variety of specialty items. Stop by and visit Sam's Town Market, located at 3325 North Highway 371, right in the heart of Mantachie. We'll see you shortly for game number 2 between the Indians and the Warriors. For Brad Boggs, I'm Jeremy Kennedy. You've been watching ICC Baseball on the ICC Sports Network. So long from Fulton.